Hey everyone, Jason here, digital marketing consultant, and in this membership site tutorial, we are going to be going through 7 live examples of membership websites to help you figure out and get some ideas and inspiration for designing your own membership website. And then when you stick around to the end, we will rapid fire through 6 different membership site ideas that you can do to generate some income. Timestamp table of contents in the description and 0 affiliate links in the description. I am not going to be recommending one software or the other, and I'm not endorsing any of these courses. This is just to show you what these softwares look like and examples of how you can put together your own membership website. So we'll kick things off with ClickFunnels. So I'm here inside of one of Russell Brunson's products, Funnel Hacks, and this is what a ClickFunnels membership site looks like. It pretty much just has this one style of template. You can change the title colors and names, of course. And so what I really like about this is it's very simple and to the point. It focuses on delivering the content and it doesn't get hung up on all these other fancy features that most people don't actually use. So on the right-hand side here, you can embed your video, you can embed pictures, and if you want to add more text, and of course, links and buttons, everything you need. And then on this left-hand side here is the navigation. And so you can have different module sections and subsections, and people can click on them, and then the videos and any content you have will pop up here. My one gripe with this is that these pages actually load all at once. So if you have a lot of videos, then it might be something that you want to keep in mind because all of the videos will load up at once. Now, what's something that also really cool here is you can have pop outs. So instead of just having the video straight on the page to save load time, you can set it up so someone has to click for the video to pop up, and then your membership site will load a lot faster. So just a quick hack if you decide to go with ClickFunnels. This is available inside of all their pricing tiers. Now, the next one we have is Teachable.com. So I'll be using Marketables as an example. So Teachable.com, what's great is they have one sign-on, and then anything that your students have purchased or customers have purchased will be inside their Teachable sign-on. So they'll actually be able to see all their courses from everyone. So if you like how that sounds, then that's going to be great for you. If you don't want your course commingled with other things they may have purchased in the past, then Teachable might not be for you. So I'm inside this creator's dashboard. He has 3 courses, and if I hadn't paid for all of them, then it will actually show the price and I could purchase from this page. But I'll just go into this one to show you what the actual individual course looks like. This is what the home looks like. It's pretty much just a list, and very similar to how ClickFunnels is set up. On the left-hand side, you'll have your navigation, and then on the right-hand side, you'll be able to have your video tutorials and any text and comments that you want. Actually, ClickFunnels doesn't have comments, but Teachable does. So this is pretty much what your Teachable site would look like, or if you want to build your own, this is how you could kind of emulate what Teachable looks like. Now, the next one is an example of what Kajabi could look like. There's a lot of different ways you could configure a Kajabi site, and this is just an example of how a Kajabi site could ultimately look. So here is my dashboard. You can see my PPC course, and there's a list of the courses that I'm registered for. From this particular company, I only purchased one course, so I'll go ahead and click here, and then I'll be able to read through the course introduction, and then of course scroll through all of the different sections and topics. So this is very similar to how Udemy lays out their courses. So I can go in here and click on an individual training, and of course I have the video up top, and then this creator has put an awful lot of text down here to help people with whatever's inside of this video training. The navigation's on the right-hand side instead of the left, and you can actually toggle this left-hand side on and off. What's pretty cool is you can have a My Notes section if you want people to give people the ability to take notes. Now, these next 3 are going to be WordPress based. So these first 3 I did were all self-hosted solutions. So you pay them a monthly fee and they do all the hosting for you. These next 3 you can add on to your WordPress site. And the first one, which is my current personal favorite for WordPress, is Thrive Themes. So this is an example of the Thrive Apprentice plugin, and this is actually the Thrive theme site. They use their own plugins, unlike some other WordPress developers. And so what's really cool is you can make your different courses or little free offers, and then you can click into it. So I'll click into this one, how to build an information product, to show you what the actual course dashboard looks like. So if you're going to have lots of different products, Thrive Apprentice is a really great way to go. So you kind of have your course banner and title, navigation on the right-hand side, a little picture and bio of whoever is the teacher of the course, and then they can click through to their individual sections. Something I really like about Thrive Apprentice is you have complete control over how these pages look. So this top part here, if you don't want it to be a video, it can just be a picture or it can just be a title, and then you have the ability to create whatever you need inside of each lesson. So all of the elements that are available inside of Thrive Architect are available here. So for example, this one, what I really like and why I'm using this as an example is this is a Q&A, and you can just click down and get the different answers to your questions. Something I don't see a lot of other membership sites having, or it's just like a Q&A and it's listed out. So that's really cool when it comes to building a membership site on WordPress. Of course, the downside of Thrive Apprentice is it doesn't actually protect your content. So you still need a plugin that's going to manage the payments and the memberships and the protection. This is just for actually building the physical pages. Now, the next one that actually handles both building the physical pages and the payment and membership levels is OptimizePress. So this is an example of a site built on OptimizePress 2.0. I know 3.0 is around the corner. It might already be out by the time you're watching this particular video, but this is what the dashboard looks like in one of my free products called the Aspire Notebook. You can see I put the navigation on the right-hand side, and then what I really like about OptimizePress is because the page building experience is integrated with the payment and the membership levels, these cards are actually tied to the hierarchy of the modules, the lessons, and the products. So if someone wants to hasn't purchased everything, then maybe Complete Guide to Outsourcing and Hit Your Goals won't show up for them unless they've purchased the next level or the next tier. So it's really, really great if you want a sequential membership. Not so great if you want a bunch of individual products. Thrive Apprentice is much better when it comes to creating individual products, or if you're trying to make this massive membership website that has a lot of different levels that are sequential, then OptimizePress is definitely the way to go. And just like Thrive Themes, you have complete control over how you format the membership pages. So here I've created a breadcrumb trail of the different modules, and then inside I have a little tab for each lesson and of course the video. So you have a tremendous amount of control with OptimizePress, but one of the downsides of that is you actually do have to build each page individually. Whereas all the other solutions we've talked about, it's very easy to just duplicate and add in your content without having to design and create each page individually. So the final one we have is Lifter MLS. And this is a very basic content management plugin that pretty much has zero design a part of it. It is designed to help you put together and protect your content, collect payments, and then organize your courses and modules. But in terms of the physical design of the page, that is 100% on you. So you could use Thrive Apprentice with Lifter MLS, for example, although there'd be a little bit of an overlap. So you probably want to look for something that's a little cheaper. But this is just an example of a site that's using this plugin without adding any other design elements. So what basically comes out of the box with Lifter is you can have your course homepage. They'll have all the different sections. And over here on the right-hand side, you can create your drop-down menu where people can click, and then they'll be able to see all of the module content. So I'll just click through here so you can see. It's very basic. You can put your video and your text at the top. This particular course just has a video, and then it's very easy to navigate through other sections. Something else that differentiates Lifter is you can actually force people to go through your course sequentially. So if I wanted to skip to number 7 or 8, they could actually block me from doing that until I've watched everything up until that point. Although I don't really recommend that, because most Facebook groups I've been in for these types of courses, it really ticks people off. But if that's what you want to do, Lifter LMS gives you that ability. Now the final one, I actually don't know what they're using, but I just wanted to show you kind of the gold standard, and this is Digital Marketer. If you haven't heard of them, they do a tremendous amount of work and content targeting small business owners, so they have a lot of courses. And I've only purchased a couple, but I'll click on Toolbox here so you can just kind of see an example of what would a large company do that has hours upon hours of courses and content. And if you have a lot of opt-in offers, this is something that you could do with your own site. And you can see here, once you become a member, you actually have access to all of their opt-in offers and downloads. So this is just another example of how you could quickly put together a page and organize all of your opt-in offers and content. And that does it for the 7 different membership site examples. Comment below if you have any questions on these pieces of software, and if you're still not quite sure which one's right for you, or if you're trying to compare and contrast features, your questions will help other people figure out which piece of software or design is right for them. So now let's go ahead and talk about what we can actually do to make money with these pieces of software, because obviously these are just tools to facilitate different types of courses and membership websites. So we're going to be going through 6 examples here. We're going to be doing do-it-yourself, done with you, and then done for you. These are the 3 major types of membership websites, masterminds, or workshops you can kind of put together. So the first 3 are going to be courses. You can do a quick course that's just a couple of modules, and this is where you're solving a very small problem for someone, or you can even go smaller and do a really mini product where maybe it's just a 20 or 30-minute training, or you're just giving them a tool like a spreadsheet. And typically these would range anywhere from $7 to $20 to $30, whereas your front-end course is probably going to start around $50 and then go up to $150 or $200. Now, after that, you probably want to look at creating like a full-blown masterclass or master course. And I'll get to the difference between this and an implementation program in a second, but this is where you're probably going to have 4 or 5 modules. You're going to have at least 5 or 6 hours of content, and you're going to be building out a lot of videos, diagrams, PDF guides, and downloads to help people be successful with whatever they're trying to accomplish. And so those are just 3 different examples of what you can do with these pieces of software and how you can get started. If you haven't gotten started at all, I definitely recommend starting with just a small 20 to 30-minute training where you give them a PDF guide or a little Excel tool to just help you get started with this whole membership site thing. You can always build out later. Now, the next types of membership sites that we have are the done with you. And this is where you're not just giving them a bunch of information, you're actually coming alongside them and answering their questions along the way. So there are 2 different ways that you can do this. The first way is an implementation program. So this is very similar to kind of a full-blown course, but the only difference is it's actually designed to walk people step by step over a specific period. So it's like a 90-day program or a 6-month business boot camp or whatever you want to call it. And typically this will involve some Q&A as well. So you might have a place where you allow people to ask you questions, or you have an initial call with them before they go through the program so you can help them get started on the right foot. Now, if you're looking to just kind of put together something like a mastermind where you want to help people out, but you don't want to do all the work of putting together an implementation program or a course, then something like a monthly mastermind would be a great way to use some of these pieces of software. So essentially what you can do is just put together a private live stream. You can use YouTube for this. You don't have to purchase a fancy webinar software to do it. And then you answer people's questions live, or you walk them through how to do whatever they're trying to accomplish live. So in this particular example, you probably just have a welcome video, a place where they could submit questions, and then your monthly live call. And of course, you'll use the membership website as your archive. Now, if you want to take it a step further, or a step back, I should say, and you don't want to do a live call, you just want to answer questions or keep people up to date on the latest in your niche or industry, then you can go ahead and create a paid email newsletter where you're giving them the latest information. This is really popular in the investing niche because things are always constantly changing. So if you find something about your niche or industry that's constantly changing, or you're going to be doing research for people that needs to be updated, then creating a email newsletter is a great way to go. And then of course, use your membership website to offer it the archive. So something you can actually do to increase your revenue is you can offer just the newsletter itself and people can purchase it. And then during that sales sequence as an upsell, you can offer them the archive. So you don't necessarily have to give everyone who buys your newsletter the archive of everything you've done in the past. Of course, if you're just getting started, probably don't want to have the archive as an upsell if there's only 2 or 3 in there. Now, the final type of membership website you can put together is the done for you. So this is for all of you consultants brands and service providers like myself, and that is putting together a site that helps people understand your process so that your clients have a place to go for resources and they have a place to go to get their questions answered or ask you questions. So this is simply putting together a membership website where you have basic information on what it's like to work with you. Something you can do is put together a welcome video that walks them through your process so they know what the timeline is. And then if you get a bunch of common questions, you can actually make videos or just make a private Q&A page where they have to log in and then they can go search for their questions. So that's something that's been really helpful to us in terms of cutting down the emails, is just trying to preemptively say, okay, what are the 21 questions we're going to be asked by every client we get? Why don't we just make a video about it or give them some extra guides or resources so when those questions come up, they can just be referred to their client portal. So that does it for the 7 membership site examples and a couple of ideas for what you can do for your membership website. I'm curious if you have any questions or if you have other types of membership websites you're considering putting together. Go ahead and drop them in the comment section below. Of course, your comments and insights will help others figure out what the heck to do with their membership website. So go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe for more in-depth membership website tutorials and guides just like this one. And until the next video, keep building the business you love.